One. Live from all the basements, it's the Geek Show.
On this week's episode of Geek Show, nothing, absolutely nothing, because everyone is on strike.
Yeah.
No, we got some stuff. I found some stuff for you on this week's Geek Show. Hi, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Good
We're all
afternoon.
here.
Hi.
Do you really want me to start doing this from my basement? Because
That's
I
right.
could.
You do have a basement. It would be like a dirt background, is what it would be.
oh no, I
no,
illegally refinished part of it.
That's right. That's right.
I'm not allowed to do it from the basement where I'm at. I'm at a
Have you asked?
I'm a decent hotel. I'm at a decent hotel, and I think it would just be the boiler room, and I think it would be very scary if I
Holiday
Yeah.
Inn Express, baby.
No,
I just
I'm sorry. I'm a man of taste.
Hey, I like the Holiday Inn Express.
You would, you drink advocate.
He's a drink advocate. He's quad T, too tall
Done
Tony.
his own research.
He certainly has, and that caffeine
That's
is
right.
just fine, I'm telling you.
That Canada FDA BS about Prime Energy drink, it's baloney.
I don't care what the Canadians say.
Do
I
your
don't
own
like that.
research, man.
The energy drink is meh in general because of their spokespeople, but Canada, you're being silly, Canada. What are you doing?
Jay, please allow me to introduce Jay Whitaker. He's a man of wealth and taste. Hi, Jay Whitaker.
I'm a man of no. I'm not a man of wealth. I am the opposite of the Lannisters. I like the Lannisters always pay their debts. The Whitakers, we pay their debts. Eventually, we'll get around to it on the 15th. It is the 15th, which is actually Respect Canada Day. So today is actually Respect Canada Day. So put some respect on Canada.
Is
I
it
I will.
I respect
National Respect Canada Day?
Google it.
Sure.
Okay.
him. Why is that an American holiday?
She's Googling it right now. She's Rebecca Frost.
Hi. Hey, happy Barbenheimer week to all who celebrate. Me. It's me who celebrate.
It's
it's a fake holiday that you made up.
It is not a fake holiday.
Yeah.
You go to a film Twitter, and we're all a buzz. It's a holiday
Yeah,
for all
because
of
you
us.
got them all fired up about your fake holiday.
Lee. There's a difference between fake and new. This
No,
is just
Tony,
new.
I did my own research, and I know Rebecca made this up.
He's done his research. He's Lee George Cade, everybody.
Here, Jay, here.
There you go.
Thanks. Thank you. I am a man of wealth and taste now.
Okay, this is actually insane. National Respect Canada Day
told
is
you.
celebrated on July 15th.
Well, here we go. Let's respect Canada. Here we
Yeah.
go. Here we
Yeah.
let's do it.
Shout
right
out to
now.
Drake.
Here we go.
Shout out. That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
There
Turn
you
that
go.
shit up.
Yeah.
Yo.
There we go. Respect
our-
Canada Day.
Yeah,
He's our
respect.
our respectful Canada sound guy. He's Kerry Jackson.
Here's an article about how to observe National Respect Canada Day. 1. Visit Canada. 2. Listen to music from Canada. 3. Learn about the history of Canada.
There's got to be some maple syrup in there somewhere.
I'm sorry Canada's on fire right now.
It
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Hey,
That really sucks.
But we respect them.
but
Yes.
all right, and here's how you can. Actually, no, I'll save it for the recommendations because I got a recommendation.
All right. All right. Let's begin then, shall we? Oh, the internet exploded this week because of one picture.
Which one?
One picture made the world explode.
I saw it.
Was it
And
was it one of Margot Robbie's many Barbie-inspired premiere red carpet dresses?
That
Definitely about an outfit.
close second. Close second. It was about an outfit, and it was about this, Lee, if you would please. Hugh Jackman.
Speaking of speaking of Respect Canada Day.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Respecting Canada. There it
Respect
is.
Canada Day. Yeah, dude.
Bub.
My favorite thing is the internet finds a way. The internet always finds a way. This is not the comics accurate costume. His arms aren't bare.
Oh my god.
He's also not 5 feet tall.
I know,
Yeah. He's
Uh,
he doesn't have a mask.
The picture is, of course, Hugh Jackman as Wolverine in the yellow and blue costume.
Awesome. Love
which,
it.
you know, everyone went crazy. They all lost their minds. And,
As they should. This is awesome.
Yeah.
in 2020, X-Men producer Ralph Winter discussed the yellow spandex joke from the 2000 movie. He said there's a joke in the movie about yellow spandex, which was directed at the fans. It wasn't to iterate them. I think he means
Irate.
irate them, but to say, hey, we hear you, we understand what you want. We understand you'd rather have everybody in traditional costumes, but we have to make a movie that reaches a wide audience to justify a budget.
What's
anyway.
cheaper than spandex? Come on.
Right?
Well, spandex looks terrible. I mean, they talk about this costuming's different, but a lot of the it looks like it's octagonal on the fabric. That was literally created for the first Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man movie. It was a revolutionary type of spandex that took over the
texture.
Olympics and all the sports and all that other stuff. And yeah, it's hard to do, and it looks weird if you do it wrong, as anybody who's seen a muscle-bound guy in latex knows, or spandex.
Well, and like I said,
Latex.
everybody lost their minds because there's Wolverine and Deadpool walking almost hand in hand in their costumes, and everybody got excited, and then not so much because Deadpool 3 shooting shot down. It quit. It's the strikes. It's the strikes.
Strike.
So what happened is that it's not just the writers, but the actors are on strike now, and they're shutting down shows. So Deadpool 3 shut down.
This hasn't happened in like 60 years, right?
Yeah, it's been about 60 years since both unions went on strike at the same time.
glad
Ridley
they did.
Scott's Gladiator sequel shut down. Tom Cruise's next Mission Impossible movie shut down. Basically, everything is shut down. I was looking for a list, and but we are getting some new stuff. Some new stuff is coming. We're in 2024. We're getting Kung Fu Panda 4.
Good.
Yeah, you asked for it. Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse is coming.
It's already done.
Yeah,
Well, and it's
Despicable Me
animation.
and its animations. Despicable Me 4 you asked for is coming. Transformers 1 is coming.
Also
there-
animation.
and
Wait,
then there's
Transformers 1?
it's called Transformers 1.
I love it.
Oh, they're
I think it's
rebooting.
animated. I think it's animated.
it's animated.
Well, the House of the Dragon people didn't strike.
Yeah, they're continuing
Scabs.
production.
Scabs.
And there are certain things that can happen and certain things that can't happen. And the big question was, like conventions. And apparently you can, if you're a celebrity, you can attend a sci-fi Comic-Con kind of a thing, but you can't promote a new upcoming project.
I saw an amazing interview with Aisha Taylor and a couple other people where they were talking directly. Tyler, sorry. She was talking directly to not a couple of people, but basically content creators on YouTube, saying they're going to come to you and offer you a lot of money soon because you're not covered. You're not part of the union, and they're going to be desperate for content in 6 months to a year. So don't do this, because what seems like a cherry deal to you is going to be a nightmare to you in a few years. So it was interesting. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. So
People are going to hate you for taking
Yeah.
that deal.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that was the question, is like Comic-Con's coming up. There is and as Mike points out, there's a difference. There's personal appearances and promotional appearances. So if you're just doing a personal appearance, like Walter Koenig from Star Trek, it's just a personal appearance. You're not promoting anything.
But a lot of like major studios have pulled out of Comic-Con this year anyway.
That's true.
Yep.
That is true. It's about 50% is gone, which is good and bad. Good in that, hey, go down to the comics artists and writers aisle and say hi to them and get to know comics again. How about that? And then the rest of it is you're getting a presentation, for example, from we'll play you a clip from it coming up, the new Ninja Turtles movie, but none of the actors will be there to promote it. None of the writers will be there to promote it. Just probably the producers and directors and things like
Executives.
that. The executives, the
Hey
ones
guys.
the ones that are part of the problem. But the Hollywood Reporter's a really good source. If you don't have our attorney Mike's number, if you have any questions, Hollywood Reporter is a pretty good source about
Yeah,
what's
apparently
going on with the strike.
Deadline's been doing this thing where it's taking a lot of like actor quotes out of context
Yeah.
and kind of
Great.
reframing it to make them look not super great.
Yes, they are. Click,
So
click, click.
be sure to like find full interviews when you see them and not just read headlines.
Yeah.
and
Oh,
clickbait.
there's a great one with Haley. Is it Haley Atwell from? Yeah, where it makes it look like she's complaining about how Captain Carter got killed so quickly and Doctor Strange too. And really, if you read the whole article, it's a paragraph, but they took that part out because that gets the clicks.
Yeah.
Clickbait.
Jeez.
Yep. Yeah, that's the media that we have these days.
Yep.
Anyway, yeah, everybody's on strike. But we do have stuff coming up, and we're going to tell you all about it on the way. Just a real quick message here. I'm very excited about this, and Rebecca is too. It's the Saturday matinee coming up. Geek Show Saturday matinee is on the way on the 12th of August, our next appearance at Broovies. It's Geek Show in conjunction with the Space Show.
Maybe you've heard of it.
Whoa.
Because the Space Show with Rebecca Frost and me as a guest is taking off. People are loving it. And it's on your regular Geek Show pod feed. It's basically Rebecca has not seen classic Star Trek. This iteration, I want to point that out. Once we finish with classic Star Trek, then Rebecca's going to pick another show and continue the Space Show. But because she saw Space Seed for the first time.
Khan. I mean, I'm not rooting for Khan. Ricardo Montalban.
Because she has not seen Wrath of Khan. We've got the director's cut of Wrath of Khan for...
Director's cut?
Yes, the director's cut.
Looking old.
So that's on the 12th of August at Broovies in Salt Lake City. Doors at 11:30, pod at noon, movie at 1. Pay what you want. And also, bonus, more exclusive merch will be available that day. Some stuff that is very limited run.
Very excited about it.
I'll just give you a hint that one of the items, there's going to be several items, but one of the items is fashion doll adjacent.
Yes, very pink.
It's about time Bratz gets the respect it deserves.
Yeah.
Monster High merch coming this fall.
Respect on that Monster High.
What were those dolls that were out when we were kids, Carrie, where like you turn the head one way and the hair turns white, you turn the head the other way and it turns black?
Oh, God, what were they called? I can't
We're getting
remember.
Pound Puppies merch.
Yes.
Timely.
So, join us there and some exclusive merch. And speaking of merch, our merch store should be online hopefully by then. So pay attention. All right. Let's get back to some news, some casting. This was actually the other thing that made the internet explode this week was the casting of Anthony Kerrigan, who, you know him as NoHo Hank from Barry.
Hank.
He has been cast as the DC character Metamorpho.
It's perfect.
Okay.
Who is
Now-
Metamorpho?
Well,
Oh my God! You don't know about
glad you-
Metamorpho?
I don't know
Glad you
nothing
asked.
about no DC characters.
Oh.
He bald and he used to be like a stuntman
I
or
can
something. And then he got like
piece
5
that
different
together.
white,
Thank you,
different
Jay.
body parts. He's the only like white person of color, like in he's like a white person of color, like literally.
Okay.
But let me clarify Jay's comment. AKA archaeologist turned hero Rex Mason.
Yeah.
With a name like that, you got to be a hero.
He joins
Or
the
an
feature.
archaeologist.
Yes, from Peter Gunn. Metamorpho, created by Bob Harney and Ramona Fradon in '65, is a man who can transmute elements of his body into various forms, taking those properties on as powers. After first being an archaeologist, his abilities set him on the path of heroism. He later became a detective and a founding member of the Outsiders. The wonky-looking abilities of his character seem to line up with James Gunn's well-established love for off-center characters.
Oh, yeah.
Now, the only exposure I ever had to Metamorpho was on a Super Friends episode, and I just remember he kept saying his name over and over, and it was irritating. Metamorpho!
I mean,
So
would you say that name? I would say it all the time if I could.
I would refer to myself in third person all the time if I was Metamorpho.
He was on an episode of Smallville, and you could only tell it was him because his hoodie had different arm colors on it.
Oh, really?
So
That's how you always tell. Like Green Arrow had a green hoodie, Superman had a red hoodie, Bruce Wayne had a blue hoodie. It was.
But this is the second time that Anthony Kerrigan is playing a DC Comics character because he played Victor Zsasz in Gotham and was
Right.
terrific doing that.
Oh, okay.
his NoHo Hank was, I mean, he was amazing in Barry.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to see what he does to this, especially because Metamorpho is actually a interesting character as far as just, as far as not just what he does. He's very powerful because he can transmute his body into almost any element, if not any element. However, the side effect of his abilities is he is in constant pain. all the time.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and so I wonder if James Gunn is going to play with that or not, but it would make for very interesting, character dynamic to have someone who's so powerful but is always in pain because of his powers.
Well, we got-
Sorry, Carrie.
Oh, go ahead.
His Victor Zsasz was so good, it sometimes made you forget you were watching Gotham.
Exactly.
Ooh.
He was good in that. He was scary, man. He had the scars and everything. He looked great.
Yeah.
He did say, Anthony Carrigan did say, is once his condition became more apparent, because he doesn't have eyebrows, alopecia, his eyebrows or hair anywhere on his body. He says he went down a list of Marvel and DC superheroes looking for bald characters that he could play.
Is Lex Luthor at the top of that list?
It should be.
Ooh!
He
I'm
would be a good Lex Luthor.
I love that. Anyway, also we got some more casting in the Superman Legacy movie from James Gunn. We've got Isabella Merced will be Hawkgirl.
Yes. Love Hawk Girl,
I love
Hawkeye.
yes.
She
is gorgeous.
Yes.
Respect
You saw
her.
her. You saw her last in Dora and the Lost City of Gold. Eddie
She was Dora?
I think so.
Oh my God. Okay, that movie was incredible though.
Edie Gathegi is Mr. Terrific. That's
Okay, yeah,
him.
he's good.
Oh, he's
He was
gonna be
in-
good, Mr. Terrific.
You saw him
Yeah.
in X-Men First Class.
Yeah, he was great.
He was Darwin.
Yeah, he played Darwin, which pissed me off because I'm like, his whole power is to adapt and survive anything, and then he gets killed.
And it was bullcrap the way they killed him.
Yeah,
Oh,
he was good at
yeah.
Darwin though.
But
That was
then
one of those Fox trying to keep a character in their stable. So
Mm-hmm.
he was in it for 5 minutes, and then we killed him.
he'll be good. And then, best of all, I think this is perfect casting. Because it's Guy Gardner, Nathan Fillion.
Yes.
Finally.
Yeah.
Are you
With
guys
the bowl
happy
cut.
now?
With the bowl cut.
If they weren't going to cast him as Hal Jordan, Guy Gardner is the next
I
perfect
need-
Green Lantern. He would have been amazing as Booster Gold too, though.
Yeah.
So-
I need one recurring joke from the 80s Justice League cartoons to come back, and I think James Gunn is the guy to do it. Isn't Lobo cast already?
We don't have
don't think
proof
Lobo's
of
been
life
casted.
for Lobo yet.
Yeah.
No.
But if you were to take, say, like a Jason Momoa and make him Lobo, I need one appearance of Lobo punching Guy Gardner in the face in everything he's in.
Well, that's
Yes.
what Travis the Pyman got a hold of me, and he said all
Yeah.
we need is just a cut scene at the end after the credits, like a Marvel movie,
Yep.
of Guy Gardner just sitting there, Lobo walking into the scene, punching him, and walking out.
There's one issue. I remember one issue. It was like Justice League Europe, and Guy Gardner's under the sink fixing the plumbing, and Lobo crashes his bike into the kitchen, and he's like, "Where's Superman? I need a Kryptonian." And Guy Gardner comes out and goes, "Hey, I'm trying to work on the plumbing." And Lobo punches him out, gets on his bike, and leaves. And this just recurred almost every issue Guy Gardner was in. Lobo just show up and kick his ass and leave.
It
Well,
needs to happen.
Why?
You know who else?
What did he
punched out?
do?
You know who
yeah.
else
Guy
punched out?
Gardner. Guy Gardner needs to be punched out.
You know who else punched out Guy Gardner? Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got ticked at him and decked him.
For those who don't know, Guy Gardner is the asshole of the Green Lantern Corps.
Yeah, that
So-
I do know.
What color is that?
Yeah, what color?
The brown ring?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brown.
He uses his
willpower-
brown ring.
His willpower is still unmatched. He's just an asshole.
Yep.
The brown ring.
Now, of course, James Gunn is really good about answering people's questions or, telling them that they're wrong or whatever on social media. So with all this casting news, somebody said, I thought this was a movie about Superman.
Oh my God.
First of all, let's stop before we get to James Gunn's answer. Look what you're getting in your goddamn Superman movie, all right?
Yeah.
I don't like all these cool things you're putting into my Superman movie.
Stop making it cool.
Anyway, so here's what James Gunn had to say. Superman is a man of two worlds, Clark with Lois, Jimmy and Perry, and Superman with his meta-human compatriots. How could I tell a full story about Clark/Superman without including all areas of his life?
Yes.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway. So, now let me, we got some audio here I wanted to play for you. The new Ninja Turtles cartoon that is coming out, this movie, I think it looks great, and I'm just convinced that this is going to make me a Ninja Turtle fan again.
I think so.
It's so
but
good.
but if you, I want you to go and look up first clip from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem, because this will give you an idea of what they did to make their approach to the Turtles different. They said they
You
wanted.
can say better. It's okay.
I'll say better then.
Yeah,
They
thank you.
wanted them to be.
Appreciate it.
They said that the part that keeps getting left out of these stories is the teenage part.
It's true.
We want them to be kids. And so that was very important. So what they did was they got all the turtles are played by teenage kids, and they had them all in the same room doing their voice work,
That's so good.
which is important because you get that energy back and forth with each other.
Yep.
Now I'm going to play you some audio, and go and look for this on your own if you want. But I'm going to play you some audio, and it'll give you an idea of the kind of chemistry we're talking about here. The animation is just beautiful, but I want you to listen to this. Here we go. Okay. See if I can get this going for you. Oh, come on, you guys. I was playing it earlier. You
It
heard
worked
me.
earlier. I heard it.
Boy.
Here we go.
I'll simulate.
important mission for tonight. The target is across the street. We must use stealth and cunning to infiltrate the human world and retrieve Go-Gurt.
Okay, Batman.
What? I'm just trying to hype you guys up,
Give me
okay?
that list, okay? What else are we getting? 4 quarts of non-fat milk,
Nice.
ice cream, fruits and veggies, and
No.
a party-sized bag of Cool Ranch Doritos.
I like cheese
He was
puffs.
very specific about the party size. He underlined it twice.
All right, Donnie, you're on toiletries. Raph, you're stocking up the pantry. And Mikey, you're on junk
Yes,
food.
sirski.
And remember, don't let any human see you. Because why? Humans are the demon scum of the earth. Avoid them, don't say hi. They lust to murder that which is different from them.
To interact with them is to die.
And hey, I know that's objectively prejudiced, but that's what Dad taught us.
I think humans seem kind of cool, to be honest.
We wouldn't have
Beyonce.
K-pop
Drake,
without humans.
that guy's the goat of all
Love to
time.
have a champagne brunch with Tom
Guy
Brady.
Fieri seems like a fun hang, and I've always wanted to go to Flavor Town.
Look, we all think humans are cool, but we got a job to do. Let's go!
Oh, I'm the leader of the group. You sound like you have bronchitis.
That sounds really cool.
So
I'm so
I-
excited.
I'm actually really. I never thought I'd say this. I'm excited about a Ninja Turtles movie.
I'm really excited.
I've never really
Carrie,
cared about Ninja Turtles, but
Carrie.
I'm so excited for this movie.
I'm sorry. I remember when Turtles 3, Turtles Throughout Time came out, and you called me up and you said, Lee, we need to go see Turtles 3, Turtles Throughout Time, because they're going to go to Japan, and I bet you Casey Jones is going to be there. And yeah, we were a little drunk, and yeah, maybe we ate a little too much Indian food, but we had a really good time in that movie.
I think you're mistaking that for the first Ninja Turtles movie, but
Well, whatever.
it was-
I,
it
was
was
I never
a-
saw the third. I never saw the third one.
You didn't see Turtles Throughout Time? When
No,
they
it
went
was
to Japan?
because-
Turtles in time.
Because
I
Secret,
don't, whatever, Tony.
look, Secret of the Ooze turned me off to any more Ninja Turtles movies.
Because that was terrible.
Ninja rap? Are you serious?
It was really awful.
The
All
difference being that we were full grown ass adults. The things they did for kids kind of were lost on us.
All right, I got some more audio for you here, and this will just give you an idea of what we're up against with this Twisted Metal TV series,
Oh,
So
yeah.
excited. Just
Yeah,
which starts on the 27th of this
I'm
month.
all in for this.
And this is very exciting, I think, and I'm pretty sure this is the clean version. If not, forgive me, YouTube. Here we go. I'm just going to play you a little bit. It's just the plot setup, but it'll give you an idea of what we're dealing with here. Here we go. Let me play this for you.
20 years ago, the world fell to shit.
Oh, okay.
Cities put up walls to protect themselves and threw the criminals out so they could fight over what was left. But there are humble mother
Oh, yes,
like
thank
me delivering cargo from one walled city to another. And that's where the cars and guns come in.
So yeah, it's go and find this clip on YouTube. It's just amazing to see the stunts, the guns, the characters. It just looks like it's full of action and full of fun.
I'm with it.
Will Arnett as the voice of Sweet Tooth.
Let's see. 20 years ago, this is John is hired by Nev Campbell's character to pick up and deliver a package to New San Francisco. Along the way, he takes on a passenger, Stephanie Beatrice from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. We love her. She was my first pick for She-Hulk, but
Rosa,
anyway,
yeah.
she'll be great. Who hitches a ride at gunpoint and deals with various psychopaths, including Sweet Tooth. And so, Thomas Hayden Church is also in this as well.
Yep, I'm in.
July 27th on Peacock. So
Excited.
So he'll show up for this, but he won't show up for a Spider-Man movie.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
He was in Spider-Man. That was his voice.
It was his voice.
Well, they didn't want to show him because they wanted him to be all sandy.
Yeah.
was he not on set? I don't know. Anyway,
I don't remember if they ever showed his face not as like sandy
I
covered
think he
face.
and the lizard guy provided new voice tracks, but we're not actually.
Well, no, because they fix him at the end.
And then he's like,
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
They did. Yeah.
That's what I was about to say. I was like, I could have sworn he was in it.
Like the whole plot, like the big ending is that they fix all of them.
That's right. You got to see his craggy face.
As I keep saying, I am quite
Don't call
old,
him craggy.
and my memory is not good.
a few more trailers that were put out this week is we got I believe it's the final Blue Beetle trailer. It's a little bit longer, a little bit more action, kind of explains the plot a little bit more. So look up Blue Beetle.
How well do we think it's going to do after The Flash?
I think it's going to be a good movie that does not make any money.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I mean,
That's
now
unfortunately what I'm thinking.
James Gunn has said that this version of the Blue Beetle will continue in his movies.
Oh, good.
So, because he's seen it, and I guess he's cool with it. So that's
cool.
August 18th in theaters. And then we also got another expanded trailer for Ahsoka, which starts on August 23rd. That's the Star Wars TV series on Disney Plus. And we got to look at more and more of these characters. All of these characters from these Star Wars animated shows brought to life. It's just amazing. Sabine Wren, you got Lars Mikkelsen as Grand Admiral Thrawn. You get a look at him in this new one. He looks great. Ezra Bridger is in it. Hera is there. Sabine Wren. And Ray Stevenson looks great as Balin Skull.
Made me sad.
Yeah.
Are we getting all kinds of space wizards in this one finally?
Yeah.
It's the Space Wizard. It is the Space Wizard show. It is Dave
gimme.
Filoni. This is Dave Filoni playing in his toy box.
Excellent.
Exactly.
And I listened. I hate listening to interviews with him because he sounds like that guy.
I
already know where you're going with this.
Yeah.
He is that guy.
Yeah.
I mean,
is
I
that
don't
guy.
know if he's the negative aspect of that guy, but he's definitely the guy that you haven't seen in 10 years and corners you at a party and asks you if you remember that cool Jawa from that one scene.
Yeah.
Which Carrie would say, of course I do.
Of course, I know all the Jawas.
Yes.
Okay.
My best friend's a Jawa.
I've got some more audio for you here. I don't know what this is. Let me just preface that. And I'm suspect because Vince Vaughn is involved. But you remember, some of us older folks may remember back in the 80s, you had your cartoon-inspired toys. It was always a toy and a cartoon, and it was always together. Masters of the Universe, G.I. Joe, Transformers, Care Bears, all those.
The cartoons were advertisements for the toys, basically.
Yes.
Masters of the Universe literally was,
Yeah.
I think, if not the first, one of the first to do that, where they're like, yeah.
So how many of you remember the Star Striker Bandits?
What?
Not me.
Yeah, I remember the Star Striker Bandits from when I was a youth.
Well, that was a trick question, Jay.
Yeah.
Oh, got him.
You know, man. Jokes on you.
Bang bang.
Got you, fam. Ha, ha.
So what it is Vince Vaughn and Peter Billingsley, the kid from A Christmas Story.
And also other things like
And-
Iron Man and
yeah.
Spider-Man.
Like A Christmas Story 2.
Also, Ryan Khalil from the Carolina Panthers.
Okay.
They
Football
Like
team?
the sport?
yeah, the sport. They have put together
Which
this.
Carolina, though? There's two of them.
They put together a line
answer.
of action figures called the Star Striker Bandits.
Yeah.
And here's
Oh,
here's the commercial for it. Let's see
That's
if we can
Pedro
get this to play.
Pascal.
Look at that mustache. That's nice.
Here we go.
The legend of Flint Star Striker continues with the Star Striker Bandits action figures. With Flint, the galaxy's toughest outlaw, and Apparatus, his loyal robotic sidekick. Can they stop Hagen the Savage from unleashing the power of the cosmic crystal and opening the dimensional gateway? Now you can live the galactic adventure. New Star Striker Bandits action figures from Delano Toys. Figures and vehicles each sold separately.
So,
I totally remember this.
Shut up and take my money.
well, before you say that, Tony. So and again, if you go to DelanoToys.com, you can see the commercial, and it looks like it leaped right out of the 80s. It's got that bad animation and kids playing with these action figures and all that. Now, what they're doing with this, we still don't know. Whether it's a new animated series or a film or what the deal is, we don't know. He's
Action
not
figure vanity project.
It could be because he is, in fact, this is the one thing we do know, they are selling the action figures.
Okay.
Only 250 of each will be made,
Oh, that means they're expensive.
and they're
nerds.
they're $175.
That's what I just said. Expensive.
Excuse me? Excuse me.
That's like half a Star Citizenship.
I'm good.
So
You know how
anyway,
many energy drinks I could buy for
I knew you were going to bring up beverages.
Like at least 150.
You know how many times I could go to Wacky Gourmet Buffet in Elko, Nevada? That's like 20 times.
Tony, you got a problem, man. This is intervention.
You think I don't know?
No, I love you, brother.
All right, you guys. I looked into the whole Thomas Hayden Church and No Way Home thing.
Mm-hmm.
He was never on set. He was never actually filmed. The one shot they showed at the end was a screen grab from Spider-Man 3. He and Rice
I hate
Evans,
that.
they only contributed new vocal tracks for the animated scenes. So,
take that, us. Dang it.
yeah.
Hate that.
So on that note, I'm out of here.
all right.
Lee's got his victory and he's done for the day.
Mic drop.
We got a couple more casting from this Tron movie, Tron Ares.
We're still doing that, huh?
Yeah.
I know, right? Yeah.
They've added
How's
now.
that going for y'all?
That'd be good.
Now they've added now. Lee, I did tell you about one, but I forgot to grab the second one. It just came
It's
over.
all right.
Sarah Desjardins.
Excuse
From
is
Yellow Jackets.
From Yellow Jackets. She's the daughter from
The
Yellow
daughter.
Jackets.
Yeah.
She's going to be, and again, we don't know the characters that they are playing, but also just added Cameron Monaghan is joining the
Nice.
cast.
Oh, that guy.
So he'll be joining the
Man,
show.
he was so good. Sometimes you forget that you were watching that Gotham show.
Oh yeah, he was a good Joker.
You mean Gotham?
Did I say Gotham? What did I say?
That
The Gotham show?
That Gotham show. That Gotham
boy.
show. Yeah. Sorry, I am very old. My memory is not what it used to be.
Man, you funny as hell, man. I ain't even
Just like
gonna
giving
hold
you
you, brother. You
crap,
funny as hell.
But
You know what,
Cameron Monaghan, great in season 2 of The Bear. He's in one episode.
Yeah. No, that's not Cameron
No, that's Will
Monaghan.
Poulter,
That's
my
Will
That's
friend.
Will Poulter. Oh, Cameron Monaghan. Oh,
That's the
okay.
other-
I can absolutely
That's-
understand why
That's
you
the
would
other
think.
redhead, okay?
That's the
Yes.
other redhead with the eyebrows.
The
no,
other-
Will,
that's the
Will
other
Poulter
ginger.
is Adam Warlock, and he
That's
begged
right.
to be on The Bear.
That's right. That's right.
Got
Got him mixed
Cameron
up.
Monaghan is fantastic in the
He's
Star
Cal
Wars
Kestis.
games.
In
Yes,
the Jedi
Cal
ones.
Kestis. He's
Okay.
super good in
All
those.
right.
And
We had 'em mixed
Shameless, you know, the thing he started on.
I'm convinced they're twins. Anyway,
We all look alike to you, don't we?
Yeah.
also James Cameron is out talking to people. I don't know why.
He has surfaced.
Sir.
I
Well,
don't
he was
know
on.
why.
He posted on
literally.
Twitter. Like the man, he's not verified on Twitter, which proves that the man's not paying $8. And but he's like, I don't know if this is what you're talking about, Carrie, but he's like, please stop asking me if I'm gonna make an Ocean Gate movie because I'm not.
No. I was going to bring that up, but that's not what this is about.
I love that you say he has surfaced because the dude has been deeper than any human being on this
Yeah.
planet.
That
He
was a great
surfaced.
submarine joke.
Unlike
Thank
the
you.
rest of them, yes. But he says that, and who, Lee, I think you saw Alita Battle Angel, didn't you?
That was good.
I loved it.
I seen it.
You seen it? Okay.
Which is I know contradictory because I also liked Captain Marvel. So
You can't
I know
like both?
it's
No,
a
the-
whole thing.
Is it really?
The
Yeah.
incels really went hard on this movie because
Yeah,
they
they-
hate Brie
No.
Larson.
Because
know
this
why.
came out at the same time as Captain Marvel, so everyone was like, "Go see Alita. Do not see woke Captain Marvel."
Which is really funny because
They're like the
dude who
same
made
movie.
Yeah. And,
All right. I liked Captain Marvel. Anyway, he was interviewed with Forbes magazine, And he basically said, the new Alita Battle Angel films, I'm working on them. I'll be working in Austin.
Yeah, I don't.
So
Okay, so if he's in
with
Austin,
Robert-
then he's probably still working with Robert Rodriguez. Cool.
Sure, yeah.
Because Robert Rodriguez is why Alita was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Won't
No
argue with you.
disagreements here.
Yeah, nobody's gonna fight you on that, Lisa.
I mean, it's a joke that we've used a million times, but give the guy $30 and a green screen, you'll get a good show. Right?
You ain't lying, bro. Like I see no lies.
I see no lies.
I know some people didn't like his take on Boba Fett, which I thoroughly enjoyed as well. But
I did too. Yeah,
the dude delivers spectacle on a budget, and it's great. So
I liked it.
Take it seriously.
I agree with Egg Foo. Re-release the anime; it's fantastic.
Sure. Let's see.
Ooh, let's make Rob Rodriguez direct an Ocean Gate movie. Now he can do it.
Now we're talking.
Now we're talking. Everyone was upset recently in the comic book world because they killed the character of Ms. Marvel, which I haven't read it yet, so I don't know.
Well,
but,
here's the thing. Does anyone actually believe the character's not coming back? Come on,
Well,
nobody's
the
dead
thing.
in comic books.
How many times has Wolverine been killed?
Exactly.
That's the whole thing about comic book characters. Is they're not really.
Yeah, it was in Amazing Spider-Man number 26.
They kill off the cool ones and bring them back even better than before. That's how it works.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I don't know why people complain because we all knew that she'd be back, and now she is back in Ms. Marvel comic, and it's being co-written by Iman Vellani, who plays Ms. Marvel.
That's cool.
You see?
And she said this was more stressful and intimidating than being cast as Ms. Marvel.
Really?
Because she used to write letters to Marvel Comics to complain about things they were doing, so she knows what's coming.
Yeah. She said this was scarier than joining the MCU for me.
Wow. That's wild.
Did you see also, I don't know if this is in your list of stuff to talk about, but ABC, because of the strike and there's no new content coming out, ABC is going to be airing Ms. Marvel next month.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
And people on the internet are jerks, and they're like, why are they airing arguably one of the worst TV shows?
It's not.
Which it's not.
Such a good show.
But two, people are also forgetting The Marvels is a movie coming out soon, so it makes sense
Well, they keep
to air
pushing
this
the date
TV
around.
show.
I don't know.
Tony,
is it actually
I will
coming
come
out?
over there and physically fight you.
No, you won't.
Shut up.
Anyway.
I think
Contact.
Jay's right. I'm safe.
It says there's some differences between the screen version of Ms. Marvel in the comics, notably the powers. In the show, she was given hard light powers that come from the gauntlets. In the new Kamala Khan comic, she will retain her original stretchy embiggening powers that were established via her inhuman heritage.
Embiggening.
And now in the comics, adding in a layer of biracial coding, Kamala will be both inhuman and also a mutant.
Oh, wow. Double
Oh,
powers.
we're just doing it all, huh?
So the name of the comic, I believe, is Ms. Marvel, the New Mutant.
I love it. This is so cool.
So look for it. Yeah, contact your local comic shop and get it in your hold. All right. I was really surprised. One more story, and then we'll find out what you guys have been up to this week. The Emmys were announced this week, and I was pleasantly surprised at how many genre shows got nominated and how many people from genre shows got nominated. Because usually sci-fi, fantasy, comic book, that kind of thing doesn't make it. We got three such shows for Best Drama. We got Andor, we got House of the Dragons, and The Last of Us. All nominated.
I like the first one and the third one.
Yeah,
what's that middle one doing in there?
I was going to say two of those three definitely deserve to be there.
Yes.
Here's the one that surprised me the most. Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi got a nod for Best Limited Series.
Yeah.
I don't think it should have.
Oh, really? I really liked Obi-Wan.
I liked it fine. I don't think it's Emmy. I don't think it's Emmy worthy.
Okay.
And actors like Pedro Pascal, Jenna Ortega, Daniel Radcliffe, Bella Ramsey all got nods for their shows.
I also don't think Jenna Ortega.
Well, I was gonna agree with you. Well, I would say Jenna Ortega, yes, but Wednesday as a whole, I don't think was
Melanie Linsky
Emmy
got
worthy.
two.
But
Melanie Linsky got
two.
Good for her.
Let's see.
Why does Ortega get the hate?
No. I think she deserves it. I just think the show as a whole wasn't like.
Yeah, like here's the thing. I like Jenna Ortega. I just think her character on Wednesday is so. I mean,
it was mid. I agree.
It was mid. Thank you.
Last of Us got 24 nominations total, which was second only to Succession's 27. How about that?
Oh, those are two.
It's going to be a big. The problem is it's going to be a big year for Succession.
Yeah.
Because it's the final.
So does
season,
does this mean that at some point somebody's going to say, hey? Between those two shows, HBO has over 50 Emmy nominations, but you dumbass got rid of the name.
Yeah, that is so weird to me. Yeah.
Other nominations, we got 3 nominations for Ms. Marvel, cool. six for the final episode of Stranger Things 4, 7 nominations for Prey, that Predator movie, which was
who
great.
else forgot that came out last year?
I didn't. That was great. That was a great movie.
I didn't. I think about that movie at least once a day, Tony.
It was super good. I just don't have any concept of time now. I thought it came out like 2 or 3 years.
It's because you drink too much.
Well,
you drinking too much Prime.
The energy drinks speed the time up in my head.
We got 8 nominees.
I love you.
8 nominations for Lord of the Rings: Rings of Power. 11.
I liked it.
Ready for this? 11 for The Mandalorian.
Again, I don't think so.
And also, Pedro Pascal got nominated for his guest hosting on Saturday Night Live, which was genius.
Good.
Which
That's
was deserved.
Although
deserved. Oscar Isaac was just a little better.
I would agree with you.
Because Oscar Isaac had that whole bit with, my name's Michael B. Jordan. I'm the custodian. Let me tell you the story I wrote about Dua Lipa.
You think that sketch should be nominated for an Emmy?
Yes. I laughed all the way through it. But as we're going to find out soon, Rebecca, you and I disagree on a great many things.
That's okay. I'm allowed to disagree with people. I'm looking at you, chat room.
But go look up the list of all the Emmy noms, and you can see all of them. It's interesting to see how many genre shows got nominated this time around. It's great.
I would
love it.
I would jump out immediately and say no one's actually wrong for having an opinion on anything. That's how I'm going to start.
Well, okay, hold on. Let's think about that though. Some opinions are very bad.
No, I'm talking about genre. Like if you really liked a show that other people don't like, I don't think it's cool for people to jump on you for not liking it or for liking it or whatever.
Media opinions.
Yeah.
Anyway,
what's your opinion on that Sound of Freedom movie, huh?
Right.
Now I got to ask Mike, and Mike is in the chat room. Okay, the show is the Emmys is September 18th, and that's the question: is will actors be able to attend and accept? I think they should be able to, shouldn't they? I mean,
does it count as promotion if the stuff came out last year?
That's what we'll have to find out.
I don't know.
All right, what did you guys?
Well, you know what? That's okay though, because the next Emmys is when Jamie Lee's going to be doing her campaign for The Bear season 2. So we've got like a whole year and some change.
Oh, Mike says nope.
Mike says they won't be able to attend. Interesting.
Wow.
All right, that'll be an interesting broadcast, won't it?
That's why they nominated all the genre stuff, because no one will be there.
Oh, got him.
Yeah.
Before we get to what you guys consume this week, hey Patreons, stick around because we're going to do the live after party show right after we finish here. And that is for Patreon members only. It's geekshowgotthiscovered.com is our link to the Patreons, and we'll do our after party show after we finish up here. All right. What did we consume this week? Who wants to go first?
I got a list.
All right, go ahead, list.
Okay, here's my list. I started with a documentary called Shiny Happy People about those Duggars.
I started watching that this week too.
If you are not
you didn't watch it in one sitting, Tony?
We had to take a break.
If you are not terrified about Christofascism, you should be.
You should be.
So I followed that up with a lighthearted documentary called Muscles of Mayhem, the American Gladiators story.
Yeah, dude, that rocked. I saw that.
Why are you in my brain?
It was so good. I absolutely loved how many of the female gladiators were gay and how they're just like, yeah, it was great. But it was just fun. And the director of American Gladiators probably has a lot of sex crimes on his list, but that's
probably.
Oh man.
Are we surprised?
Okay. Yeah, are we? I watched a little movie called The Northman.
First time?
Yeah. I had to break it up. Oh, I loved it.
It was kicked ass.
It was a really good movie. Like that movie That movie is the most heavy metal movie I've ever seen that did not have a heavy metal soundtrack.
The final battle, they are naked on a volcano.
Naked dudes
sword fighting
in a volcano.
Come on, this movie kicks ass.
Is that a euphemism?
Is this a porn parody?
This
fighting
movie,
naked on a volcano.
This one was the one I did not realize was literally just Hamlet until about halfway through. Because I was like, oh, this is like The Lion King. Yeah. And then they said his name is Amleth, and I'm like, I'm dumb.
I am dumb.
Amleth sounds a lot like Mufasa.
Now, Jimmy John says that the director is Tony Vianuccu, who is a local guy.
No, it was Robert Eggers.
Was it Robert Eggers? What am I thinking? What is it?
No. He's talking about Muscles and Mayhem.
Muscles and Mayhem.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry.
They
Tony Vianuccu and Jared Hess.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right. Okay. So, Witcher season 3.
Oh,
Part 1, because, let's split that in half. I was a little lukewarm on it. My wife really liked it, but I just, Netflix sometimes forgets what they're doing and thinks the wheels spin a bit. And that's okay.
I saw a picture of how they massacred my boy and gave him like a long bowl cut.
Which one's your boy?
The bard.
Oh, yeah.
Dandelion? Oh, I guess they call him Yaskir in this.
Dandelion, yeah. So, continued watching the Middle Ages documentary series from the University of Wisconsin. There's really a lot of good. I really feel bad about how the Ostrogoths have been forgotten from history, and everybody talks about the Visigoths. It's just kind of stupid. Nimona on Netflix, really wild movie. So much fun, so much heart. And also finding out that the company almost didn't get to finish the movie because they were acquired as part of the Fox acquisition from Disney.
Oh.
And during the pandemic, Disney was just like, look, we can't do this movie, so pencils down. They went and just begged Netflix, not Netflix, but Disney, to just let them take the movie until they found a place to carry it. And they cut the movie's staff down from 200 to 50 people and still somehow managed to make a really amazing, heartfelt movie that actually made me cry a bit. I was kind of surprised about that. Strange New Worlds continues to be an amazingly fun show.
Sassy Spock episode.
A really good episode.
Yeah. Animated front, My Adventures with Superman is fantastic.
Yes.
It's everything a Superman show should be. So I was really happy with that. Discovery Season 3 finally finished, or Discovery Season 4 finally finished. And once again, another television show that decided to have the epic climactic finale be about whose math could figure out the problem the best. I eat that stuff up with a spoon, so thank you for that. Okay, almost done, I promise. Junior Bake Off. Those little British kids baking. It's so cute. So that's amazing.
And they're nice to the kids. I like it when they're
Paul
nice
Hollywood
to the contestants.
Completely destroyed the character of Paul Hollywood because he's just nice, right? So that was cute. And then finally, I watched a show called Secret Invasion, and I really, really like a spy thriller.
I'm having a good time with that show.
I'm enjoying
it. And boy, I had a complaint about how they weren't doing the Secret Invasion bit until this last episode. And then I said, oh, they are doing the Secret Invasion bit.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, good stuff.
All right. Who's next? Who wants to? Jay, hi.
Hey, so what's up, y'all? Yeah, I'll just say this. I haven't been doing my due diligence. I've been taking some personal time for me to catch up with my family and address some things that I have going on in the military. So I've just been honestly very busy and working on a lot of enlightenment. I've been adding a lot of hobbies to my life, and I can't get into those. We'll talk about it off mic, but
secret hobbies.
Yeah, secret hobbies. Motivation, been making a lot of demotivational posters for Rebecca Frost. So that's my passion. That's all I've been doing for 2 weeks.
Graphic design is my passion.
Honestly, I've been really getting into graphic design. That's honestly what I've been doing. I've been consuming a ton of YouTube videos in regards to graphic design and Adobe Premiere. But I did manage to finally see Pearl. I watched that with my wife when I went home. I finally watched Pearl, and it was terrifying. And loved it. Go watch it. I am all about For All of Mankind. Oh my
dude,
God.
that show's so good.
I'm so mad I was late to the party on that. Like, I've been kind of like canceling everything.
How far into it are you?
Second season.
Oh
And so
man, it's so good.
I apologize to other streaming services, but Apple TV has got y'all beat by, and it's not even
agreed.
fair.
Agreed.
It's not even fair. Like that's
Agreed.
the thing is I've canceled a lot of stuff because I'm like, I don't need this. There's so much here. I'm watching Foundation. I
Foundation's
rewatch
amazing.
Yeah, I rewatch Silo. I'm watching Invasion right now. All I need in my life right now is Apple TV. Guess
They got
what?
a lot of
They've
good
got
stuff.
Friday Night Baseball. I don't even watch baseball. But you know what I did on Friday night? Watch me
Watch
some
some
damn
baseball?
baseball.
Who are you rooting for?
Huh?
Who are you rooting for?
Just hope they have a good time. I don't care. It's Apple
Everybody.
TV.
I just want everyone to have a nice game.
That's what I'm saying.
Why can't we end the game in a tie? Why not?
Well, the Dodgers are going to be in Baltimore soon, so I'm going to go see them while they're here.
Oh, fun.
But honestly, just kind of been focusing a lot. We'll talk off mic, but I have a lot going on that I really can't get into. And yeah, just Apple TV, guys. That's it.
A lot of good stuff on the Apple TV.
All right. Who's next?
I'll go next.
Okay.
So I watched almost all the same things Lee watched. Hooray! Ba-ba-da-ba. Other than that stuff, I saw something I never thought I would believe that it would happen to me. I saw a trailer that made me excited for the Haunted Mansion movie coming out.
I know, right?
The trailer looks really good.
Yes.
It's got kind of a Something Wicked This Way Comes vibe, Disney vibe to it. If you don't remember, they made that movie, and it's a freaky movie.
It is. Jonathan Pryce is terrifying in that.
Yeah, so I'm actually on board with this new Haunted Mansion
Well,
movie.
I mean, you had me at Rosario Dawson, but it looks great.
Yeah, it does look like a lot of fun. Let's see. Other than that, watch this new movie on Netflix called The Outlaws. I don't know if you guys have seen advertising for this, but it's got Adam.
Is this the one with Adam Devine?
Devine and Pierce Brosnan.
And Nina
and
Dobrev, isn't she in
Nina
it?
Dobrev, yep.
Yeah.
It's Happy Madison Productions, so know that going in. Usually that means it's either going to be terrible or hilarious.
Yeah.
And sometimes
Sadly.
both. I liked it overall, though. I would say if you got 90 minutes, it's only 90 minutes, that's 92 minutes or something. If you like Adam Devine's comedy, Adam. Anyway, if you think he's funny, you'll like this movie. I think he's pretty funny. I enjoyed it. Pierce Brosnan is great. He does an Irish accent in this one, and overall, I thought it was pretty good. Like 3.5 out of 5. I enjoyed it. It was a good time.
All right.
And then finally on Peacock, got around to watching Renfield. Oh
yeah, boy!
Wow, that has so much more blood and gore than I thought it would.
I need to watch that.
More than like an Evil Dead movie.
It's up there, I'd say.
Well, so the thing about Renfield is it is extremely gory, very blood heavy. However, it's all CGI, and so you don't see it reflected on the physical scenery.
Copy.
So like Nicholas Hoult will punch a hole through a guy, but he walks away clean.
Yeah.
And so there's kind of a disconnect there.
It's not an elevator filled with thousands of gallons of blood.
Yeah.
Then I won't see it.
But,
That's a stupid movie.
No, I really enjoed it. Nick Cage chewing the scenery as Dracula was even better than I thought it would be.
He's so good.
He was fantastic in that. Nicholas Hoult was great as Renfield. Awkwafina as the third main character. And then I don't know. It's just incredibly violent fight scenes that were a lot of fun. So I like that one. 4 out of 5. Renfield. Good stuff.
I love it.
All right, you convinced me. I'm going to go watch it as soon as we're done here. Yeah.
Good.
Rebecca.
So Strange New Worlds, obviously, watching a lot of Star Trek. Thank you for listening to the Space Show that we put out on Thursdays. I rewatched Gone Girl last night. Just a classic feel-good.
What made you decide to do that? I'm curious.
I put it on because a friend of mine hadn't seen it before and didn't know about it. So I was like, oh my God, okay, that's what we're doing tonight. We're watching Gone Girl.
It's a good thriller. It's a really good thriller.
I read the book in like a night. I couldn't put it down. So, God.
Wait, you can read?
Yeah, I know. Isn't that weird? And then let's talk about the big movie release for this week, Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1.
You did see this.
listen, Tom Cruise is magic, baby. The man doesn't miss. All of the Mission Impossible movies are so good, and this movie kicked so much ass. It is truly like an action movie in the truest sense of the word, right? It's beautifully shot. A lot of Dutch tilts, if you know what that means. Doesn't matter. Haley Atwell is in this, starring opposite Tom Cruise, and they don't hide her height. They don't, make Tom Cruise taller to match her. And this movie solidifies her as an action star. She's got it. Like, I don't know that this movie was a patch, like, up to set up a passing of the torch, but it definitely felt that way. Nice. The action, heart racing, non-stop, pretty much. The movie is close to 3 hours long. It's 2 hours and 49 minutes long, and I didn't check my watch once. That's awesome. Invested the entire time. Humor, there's a lot of humor in it, a surprising amount of humbleness. Part of the plot is about Ethan Hunt grappling with the progression of technology and his inability to kind of keep up with it.
So it's about him being old.
Kind of. And there's humbleness too. Like, we've seen the video of his big stunt where he rides the motorcycle off the cliff, which we, as Tom Cruise, know that's just a Tuesday for him. But Ethan Hunt's character is like, you want me to do what? I can't do that. Like, there's a lot of Ethan Hunt, like, doubting himself, right? He's not like a perfect character. And just what I call prophetic levels of topicality, because it's literally Tom Cruise trying to kill AI. And it's kind of...
Where do I sign up?
I highly recommend this movie. If you can see it in IMAX before Oppenheimer comes out, because that's part of Tom Cruise's big deal too. He's been going around to different studios being like, hey, my movie is an IMAX movie and it deserves to be an IMAX movie, and I absolutely agree with him. So if you can, please go see it in IMAX. I really regret not seeing it in IMAX, but I'm going to go see it again.
I want to see it now.
Awesome.
Yeah. It kicked ass. I gave it 5 stars. I loved it.
Nice.
Cool.
Maybe I'll see it next week. Yeah.
I got a movie pass. I'll see it. So
yeah, get that movie. I was so scared. I was so scared because the last time I tried to see a Mission Impossible movie in 2018 was when MoviePass crashed, and so I was trying to use my MoviePass again to see Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning, and the app wasn't working, and I was like, I swear to God, if MoviePass crashes again because of a Mission Impossible movie,
history repeats itself.
I'm trying to remember the last Mission Impossible I watched. I think it was like the 4th one, like Lone Bullet or whatever. What? I don't know. But
watch Fallout. That's the one with Henry Cavill, and something that I didn't really think about that makes a lot of obvious sense, because there was the whole thing where he was going back for Justice League reshoots and he couldn't shave his mustache, and why didn't he just shave his mustache, and they CGI'd it in? Well, if you think about it, Tom Cruise is extremely particular about his movies, and he will not settle for a CGI mustache in his movie. So Justice League, you can have a fake face.
I love it.
It was terrible.
The Mission Impossible movies I remember are, and you remember them by stunts. But I also remember Philip Seymour Hoffman was a great villain in one of them.
Fantastic, scary villain.
I just like that Ving Rhames would just show up and just be big buff black IT guy and be like, yo, bro.
He is the smartest person in the room.
Yes.
Always.
That was Simon Pegg in this.
It's always the black IT guy.
Simon Pegg's in this one looking older than Tom Cruise.
I love
it. All right.
He's got them road years on him.
I will see it.
Simon Pegg hit British real hard at like 30. He's aging like a British grandmother. It's just like
I like the way you put that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Evil Dead Rise, of course, we were referencing. That's a fun watch. It will stay with you.
I hate that movie.
I finished Silo as well, Jay, and quite enjoyed it.
I really enjoyed that.
I didn't think I would, but boy, there it is. Also, I'm enjoying Secret Invasion, and mostly for the scenes between Sam Jackson and Don Cheadle.
Why are you saying it like that?
Because it's fun.
That's funny.
For the same reason why he says theater.
Exactly. And Saturday. But those two, when they're on the screen, just terrific. Sam Jackson is really showing his chops in this, I think.
Oh yeah,
I gotta catch up on
this. That's something that I think I think when they handed him the script, he probably sat back and said, "Oh wait, I get to do more than be menacing."
Then just yell at people.
And I think the same thing goes for Cheadle. At some point, he read that script and said, "Oh, I like this. This
I
is
get
fun."
to do things."
Yeah.
Now, I was looking at the Emmy categories, and I saw Best Actor in a Limited or Anthology Series or TV Movie, and I saw Kumail Nanjiani for Welcome to Chippendales.
Honestly, yes.
Yeah.
Man earns
I
it.
agree.
Well, I watched the first episode. I'm only one episode in, and I'm intrigued. It looks interesting.
I need to finish it. I think I only watched.
You didn't finish it?
I know. I think I only watched like 4 episodes.
Holy moly! It's quite it's a ride to the end. That is for sure.
I'm familiar with a lot of this history and time period. So when they started with Dorothy Stratton, I went, "Oh, really? Going there? Okay, all right." Anyway, yes, Jay. Before we go,
I forgot to recommend something, and in honor of Respect Canada Day, I do want to say one of my favorite artists, yeah, she's one of my favorite artists. Nelly Furtado has new music, y'all. Y'all need to go.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
She's good.
And she just recently did a photo shoot for Vogue magazine. Yes, that is breathtaking. So go check out. She got a new song called "Eat Your Man."
You ever think about how she did that one album in the 2000s with "I'm Like a Bird" and it was very like sweet, like a very soft and mellow album, and then later she came out with that one with Timbaland with the song
Don't say it like that.
Promiscuous.
Just say Timbaland. Timbaland.
No. Nope. But like
wrong.
she took like a hard 180 into sexy pop star.
You know, I liked both albums, and so I have no thoughts about that.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't think about it at all.
I like that.
I think about it a lot.
I feel like he thinks about it.
I like those Timbaland boots.
Stop it. Y'all gotta stop. This is.
I saw you wearing those when you went to the theater to see a Don Cheadle movie.
Okay, all right.
All right. Do we have games before we go, or should we?
I can only afford the Walmart boots. They're Jimbaland.
Nah, you talking about Wolverines, man. Wolverines will get you clowned.
That's right. Don't do it.
Please explain to me what getting clowned is. I need to evaluate whether or not I want to be clowned.
We'll do that in the after party.
Let me address something. Somebody in the chat wants me to reboot, and I have no idea what they mean by that. I just showed up being me. So maybe you should reboot your computer and come back when you have a better attitude. Respectfully. Thank you.
Brazonga.
Game, Tony, and then we'll go to the after party.
All right, lace up your Jimbalands for these games. Coming out this week, we have one that actually is kind of out of nowhere over the last few months. It looks really interesting. It's called Immortals of Avium, and it is from a new studio that has a lot of veterans from studios that did things like Call of Duty and Halo and games Crisis 2, I think. And it's a first-person shooter with instead of guns, it's you're a wizard and you have all kinds of spells and stuff that you throw out when you go to fight things. Yeah, it looks kind of cool.
Like Heretic or Hexen?
Kind of, yeah, like Hexen.
God, I can't believe that's an old game.
That's a way old game, yeah.
That's a deep cut.
Yep.
You pulled
like
that one out.
Doctor Strange.
And that one looks really cool. The other thing that's interesting about it is one of the first, I think it's maybe the second or third game that's launching with the Unreal 5 engine, the new Unreal engine from Epic Games. So it'll be interesting to see how well it performs on the different systems. Also coming out this week, we have, if you're a big fan of Pikmin, you're finally getting some more Pikmin. Pikmin 4.
One of my nephews is huge, yeah.
Yeah, Pikmin 4 coming out on the 21st on your Nintendo Switch. And that looks like it will be good if that's the kind of games you like. And that's about it for this week.
I only like Parappa the Rappa. You let me know when Parappa the Rappa comes back out.
I remember that kick, punch. It's all up in the mind. If you want to test me, here's what you find. Something about if you think I could beat you, I'm the teacher. I remember Parappa the Rappa. That was fire, man.
I'll let you know if we ever get an update on that.
Very good.
I'm here to help.
All right, are we good? I think we're good. We're heading over to the Patreon for the after party. So stick around for that. What, Tony? What?
I'm just excited for the after party.
You're excited for the after party.
Happy Barbenheimer week, everybody.
I'll have to miss the after party. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh,
I have a valid reason.
And Respect Canada Day. Don't forget.
Yeah, that's right. Respect that maple syrup.
Canada. All right. Here we go. Oh, why won't my sound work? Anyway, I'll figure it out later.
Hey, bye.
Live long and prosper, bitches. For
You take care.
For the culture.
Yeah.